Is this a segment that's worth your attention? Why has Tata decided to bring this now? Will it make a difference to the Altroz's sales? We have answers for all those questions.
Is India finally seeing a boom in the hot hatch market?
Looks like that, and we are not complaining.
The Altroz Racer comes with a 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbo-petrol engine, but it's been borrowed from the Nexon. So now it makes 10 brake horsepower and 30 Newton meters more than the Altroz iTurbo, unlike its direct rival, the Hyundai i20 N-Line, which sees no such changes.
And that's the beauty of it, because there are changes made and the car behaves differently as well. The suspension has been tuned with the dampers slightly stiffer. By how much? Tata hasn't given us a figure, but it does feel slightly stiffer.
So it does pretty well on the track, but how is it on the road?
Despite the stiffer suspension, the ride doesn't feel harsh on the road. And Tata Motors says that's been done deliberately because most of the owners aren't really going to drive on the track. The Altroz finally gets the engine it deserves. It's peppy, it sounds nice, and there's enough ground for you to overtake on the highway. On the track, the steering felt heavy and had good feedback, but on the road, it's light enough to make driving in the city easy.
Tata has also added a new hydraulic clutch to the Altroz Racer. While the travel of the clutch pedal hasn't changed, the feel of pressing the clutch is now much smoother and there are no jerks. Because of this, the gear shifts are smoother and the effort on the left foot a lot lesser. The Altroz Racer makes its presence felt too, because this one gets dual tone paint, racing stripes and of course the racer badges. It's not subtle in any way and it may not be to everyone's taste, but it's great if you want something that will surely grab eyeballs. And yes, it's a conversation starter.
What also becomes a talking point is the interior. It gets a large 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system that is great to use. The Altroz Racer also has useful features like wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, a wireless charger, a 360-degree camera and an AQI reader.
And then you get this interesting looking cabin with orange accents in the middle, as well as contrast stitching and racer embossed on the headrests. On the safety front, the Altroz Racer finally gets 6 airbags as standard, along with ESC, ISOFIX anchorages. The Altroz already has a 5-star rating from Global NCAP, but it was crashed under the older regime. So it's safe to say that with the new protocols and the new safety features, the Altroz Racer should be a safe vehicle. It's a fun car then, but an expensive one. The base variant of the Altroz Racer is 50,000 rupees more expensive than the similarly equipped top-end Altroz and around 20,000 rupees more affordable than the top-spec iTurbo variant. But it's cheaper than the i20 N-Line, which is its direct rival. While the base R1 variant is 50,000 rupees cheaper than that of the i20 N line, the top end of Hyundai's hot hatch is more than 1,52,000 rupees dearer. Tata says that the Altroz Racer will help improve the 6,000 unit monthly average sales of the Altroz by a big margin. As to why Tata brought the car now, well, the company says that this is the natural progression for the Altroz, and it's consumer demand that has driven them to bring this car out. But as far as history goes in India, the hot hatch has not got as much attention as it deserved. Will the Altroz Racer change that trend? We sure hope so, because it's an honest effort that deserves your attention.